Why do the people you help the most often end up betraying you? Why is it that the same person you supported, defended, or helped financially and emotionally sometimes becomes the one who criticizes you, envies you, or even abandons you? If this has ever happened to you, it doesn't mean you are naive. It means you have come face to face with a truth that Friedrich Nietzsche explored more than a century ago. And it is not a comfortable truth. Today, we are going to explore the psychology behind betrayal, gratitude, ego, and why helping others can sometimes, paradoxically, damage a relationship. Stay until the end, because the final lesson may completely change the way you help people forever. 1. The truth. No one wants to accept Nietzsche suggested a disturbing idea. The person who receives great help can sometimes develop hidden resentment toward the one who helped them. Why does this happen? Because receiving help creates a debt, and debt puts pressure on the ego. When you help someone significantly, whether financially, emotionally, or professionally, you unintentionally shift the balance in the relationship. You become the strong one. They become the one in need. And in the human mind, this creates an uncomfortable psychological tension. 2. The hidden humiliation behind help. Helping someone is a noble act, but for the receiver, it can unconsciously feel like this. I was not capable. I was weak. I needed someone else. Nietzsche often spoke about the will to power, the deep human need to feel strong, independent, and in control of one's own life. When someone helps you during your lowest moment, they also become a witness to your weakness. And for some people, that memory becomes unbearable. So what do? Instead of facing that discomfort, they reject it. And sometimes, they end up rejecting the person who helped them. 3. How gratitude slowly turns into resentment. At first, everything feels normal. The person is grateful. They may even appreciate you deeply. But over time, something subtle begins to change. The more help they receive, the heavier the emotional debt becomes. If they feel they can never truly repay it, that debt turns into embarrassment, then guilt, and eventually inferiority. And when people cannot process those emotions, they often convert them into resentment. That resentment needs a target. And unfortunately, the easiest target is often the person who helped them. 4. The invisible power imbalance. Every relationship has an invisible balance of power. When you constantly give time, money, energy, or emotional support, you unintentionally place yourself higher in that balance. Even if you never intended it, the other person may feel lower. And no human being enjoys feeling inferior in a relationship. Some people would rather destroy the connection entirely than continue feeling dependent or beneath someone else. It is harsh, but it is part of human psychology. 5. The danger of silent jealousy. Sometimes your help does something even deeper. It highlights differences. Your stability, your discipline, your success, or your emotional strength can become a mirror for the other person. And not everyone is ready to face that reflection. Instead of being inspired, some people feel exposed. Instead of feeling grateful, they feel small. And instead of admiring you, they begin to criticize you. Nietzsche called this transformation of weakness into moral judgment, resentment. It is when people cannot rise, so they try to pull others down instead. 6. Why you are not the problem. If someone betrayed you after you helped them, it does not automatically mean you did something wrong. In many cases, it simply reveals how fragile human ego can be. Independence is deeply tied to identity, and emotional debt can feel like a burden too heavy to carry. Most betrayals are not always born from pure evil or planned betrayal. They often come from inner discomfort, insecurity, and emotional imbalance. 7. Nietzsche's real lesson about helping. So does this mean you should stop helping people? No. But it does mean you should help differently. There is a deeper rule hidden in human nature. Help in a way that does not create dependency. Help in a way that strengthens the other person instead of making them reliant on you. Do not solve everything for them. Make them part of the solution. Do not rescue people from their problems. Guide them to overcome them. Do not give without boundaries. Teach responsibility along with support. Because real strength is not about saving someone. Real strength is helping someone become capable of saving themselves. 8. How to protect yourself from betrayal after helping. Here are some important principles to remember. Never help someone just to be liked. Never expect lifelong gratitude from anyone. Never remind people of what you did for them. Only help in a way you are fully comfortable letting go of. Never give so much that it destroys balance in the relationship. Emotional maturity means giving sincerely, but also accepting that not everyone will value or understand what you give. 9. The final truth. Strong people usually appreciate help, but weaker people may sometimes experience help as pressure, comparison, or even a threat. This is not an absolute rule, but it is a pattern seen often in human behavior. And understanding this pattern can save you from a lot of emotional pain in life. If this message resonates with you, it is probably because you have lived through it yourself. So the next time you help someone, remember this. Helping is not saving. Loving is not losing yourself. And giving is not sacrificing your identity. Sometimes, the wisest form of love is allowing others to grow on their own path, at their own pace. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. This is Arcane Echo, and here we explore human psychology, deep philosophy, Nietzsche-inspired truths, and the hidden dynamics of life. See you in the next one.